It's the first ever live stream test we're going to do for the channel. Now this is just a test stream. This is not an official stream. We are still working with our crew and team to make sure everything is good across our platforms that we're testing out. YouTube is one of the first ones we are trying. If you happen to be one of the people that stumble across our page while we have this going on, I welcome you. Again, the gameplay on this may not be that great. Like I said, we've had a few hiccups and skips going on regarding the live stream on the PlayStation platform. So we're just extending that over to the YouTube platform to see how well it plays out for us here. Like I said, this may only be, we're only going to try and do this out for maybe just a few minutes just to see the quality of it and how well it plays, if there's any lag in the live stream. So we're just going to go ahead and play through this like as if it were normal, and just to see how well it plays out. So we're not going to go to any competitive play. We will just stick with quick play again, because this is just us trying to make sure that everything as far as graphics, how it appears on our platform for YouTube and our channel, plays out. So we're going to select quick play here. And one of the ones we'll choose is for the tank. Quite honestly, that's one I prefer doing. Actually, more than any other of the other options in Overwatch. More specifically because I like playing with D.Va. I've spent a lot more hours playing with her than any other character. I just feel more comfortable playing with her for right now, especially since we're just trying to get a feel for this and see how it goes. Alright, so let's give this a try here. Got us into a game pretty quickly. And it looks like she's already taken, so we're going to go ahead and just find someone else to play with this time around. Right, so let's see how well this goes. Now, I have played with Orisa quite a few times, and I've getting the hang of her, a lot of her, like her shield throwing, as well as her weapons. I will say, the one thing I wish they would do with her, if they ever do it in an upgrade, is to give her unlimited ammo, similar to D.Va, because that just makes her more versatile. Like, she does really well with throwing shields. We're going to go and toss one up right here. See, that was a cool way of doing that. Like I said, it I already need healing. I'm down to 50. This is not looking great. There we go. See? Already down. I told you guys before, I'm not too great with Orisa, but I just had to get a feel to see how well she handles even just on the live stream. So far, we're getting a thumbs up from the team here in reviewing this footage. So we're just going to keep playing here until they're wanting us to go ahead and close it down. So we're going to keep on going, keep on trucking here. Okay, oh my goodness. Got a shield up there. Oh look, we already got her out of her mech suit. That helps. Alright, let's go ahead and press on here. Let me just reload the ammo. Oh, nice. Go ahead and keep that up. Go ahead and toss another right here. Get out of the way there. Kind of walking into the fire at that point. Oh, we're just gonna keep following me up. Right. Yep. Not so great. Man, they threw me into. It looks like they threw me into a game where the tank I used the most was already taken. So I'm gonna stick with Orisa because she's kind of similar. I mean, as far as gunfire is concerned, or ammunition, the type of firepower she has behind her gun. And then the added bonus is that she does have shields. So I'm just trying a better place to... There we go. Appreciate the help, guys. The assistance. Kind of back up here a little bit. I think I'm not back to full power here. Let's kind of go ahead and scurry on. Yeah, there's really no way to go up against a Bastion like that, especially with an Orisa. See, for me, that would be a more head-on D.Va. Fire missiles, deflect with her shield matrix, and then just use her never-ending gunfire to thwart that off. Back up from that. Okay, that's actually someone on my team. Alright, let's go kill here. There we go. Down. to... Oh, well, gosh darn it. Well, like I said, they just threw me right at the start of this game, but that's okay. You gotta learn to roll with the punches here. Well, that's actually the second round, so...
Play of the game.
Let's see who got to play the game. Moira, she did do really well. Alright, let's see here. I usually give everyone a good teammate. I don't think anyone is below that. Sportsmanship is usually just pretty standard across the board on how, you know, everyone interacts with in these games. So I never see anyone getting anything above that in my book, just across the board, because I think that just goes a long way. It also encourages other people to help give you an endorsement too, even though they can't see that it's the one that you gave that to them. But it just helps. I think it's a whole pass it forward, pay it forward type mentality. It always just makes you feel good when you receive an endorsement that's above good sportsmanship, because that seems pretty standard and almost really just. It's not really sincere, but that's just, like I said, that's just my opinion. I usually give everyone above that, you know, either shot caller, and usually for me, shot callers don't always go to someone who has played the game. If you're in the middle of the game and you see that someone is just really kind of stepping up, like if you're really fighting to hold down the point, or you're really fighting to get to the second point, or even the point A, and you just see someone stepping up and really just like either breaking out their ultimate or busting out something pretty awesome. See, I was able to get D.Va there. Score. Or, you know, like I was saying, or do something just really that helps, like, help clear a path, or help just kind of take charge, so to speak, without even having to communicate with the team in, like, the voice chats, if you're ever in those. It just makes a huge difference. So I personally appreciate something like that. When I see that in a game, that person for me is automatically getting shot caller. Now, unlike the endorsement I usually give, you know, there's only so many of those you can give out. It's limited to 3. But that is something specific that I really take the time to weigh in. And most times, I'm actually kind of stingy with that one, the shot caller, because there have been far too many quick plays and even competitive plays where you just don't see that happening. And that is not a bad thing. The whole point of working in quick play or even in competitive is that you're working cohesively as a team. That shot caller is, you know, when you're in the trenches, in the weeds, and someone from the team, even though you may be working completely cohesively and you're just really, it's synergetic, but you just can't seem to break that barrier or get to where you need to go. There's just someone that happens to step up and just find that, you know, that little niche that really helps take it to the next level for the team to either get that victory or help clear paths to achieve that victory, or hold down the point. So that's just my little, you know, my little 2 cents regarding the shot caller endorsement. But you know, it's just something to think about, especially if it's like, and honestly, most people don't usually care about the type of endorsement they send out. So most people tend to rely on the good sportsmanship one, which is, like I said, it's nice, but almost like a cop-out. So now to the game we're playing right now. Usually, if you see my movements and motions with D.Va, I kind of do a little bit of bullying, so I'll kind of bounce around with her. You see, I'll use her boosters to my advantage, either get out of the way, and really, I honestly am, I keep my finger pretty heavy on the trigger for her unlimited ammo, because she is, as far to the best of my knowledge, she's the only character I know that has unlimited ammo. Which I think, like I said in the previous round I just played, I think another character that should share in that advantage is Orisa. You know, she has the shield, which is great, but again, that's limited on the damage it takes, so it could not last very long. I just got pinned. Alright, let's see how well this works. Oh, got him. Awesome. Hold it down. I appreciate the heals. Keeps me going straight. Now, let's get a little vantage point here for D.Va. See, there's a Widowmaker right there. Hopefully I can draw her out from doing that, and then it's kind of a scare tactic, because her aim is just insane. Especially when she's at 100% power in that scope, it's just something insane. See, now I'm out of the mech suit, so what I tend to do here is kind of hide and shoot. Because even D.Va's handgun, it's got some serious firepower. So it really just comes down to, you know, knowing where to hide and kind of hide and fire. So it's still trying to do a bully from a distance. See, that one didn't quite work out for me. He was kind of keeping his eye on for me, waiting for me to poke out there. Then we just see the replay, and I pretty much lived it. So let's get back on the respawn here. Let's get back out in the field. Looks like they're about to take the objective, and okay, so then it looks like the team's holding it down pretty well. So let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and race to the point here. See, I like doing the boost just over the wall. It's a good surprise, and they least expect to see. Always like there's a few elements in certain maps that I know good shortcuts for, and it actually surprises the other team. And honestly, quite honestly, it never fails. There are a couple of the people I play with here with at Two Dudes Gaming that when we play Overwatch and we're playing together, and I break out these secret moves that I have with D.Va. And these are not secret moves; it's more like secret locations where are just completely unexpected for a character of her size because of her suit. Like I said, just makes a huge difference. Because it's, like I said, it's completely unexpected, and it's quite surprising, honestly. Okay, so he's down. Appreciate the turrets. See, I like how Symmetra throws up the turrets, especially when they're in the most unlikely places. That plays a huge advantage. And I've already got the suit back because of constant firing and hitting the enemies. And the opposing team, not necessarily the enemies, this is Call of Duty. But that's another tip for people who are interested in playing D.Va. If she comes out of her mech suit, the best way to get the recharge fast is making sure that you're firing into enemies or not enemies, into the opposing team. Even if you're attacking a shield, if you're attacking another person from the team directly, it makes a huge difference as far as like the recharge time for her to be able to call her mecha suit. Makes a mass difference. Like you see how quickly as I got out the first time, I was able to get right back. Now we've cleared out the teams. There's no one for me to attack at this point. Once they come around the corner, kind of do some far away bullying because I'm out of the suit, so I'm more vulnerable. So you see, as quickly as I'm firing, the charge time is just going up increasingly. It's increasing, so you can already charge up to the next suit, ready to rock and roll, and the ultimate's ready. But this isn't necessarily the right place to do it because I don't have everybody here. I usually like to time these out really well. Step back. Let's go ahead and fire this off. We'll aim straight up. This might do something, it might not. We'll see. Took out one. Better than nothing. I will gladly take that. I don't complain. And I usually am a pretty big risk taker if you haven't noticed. I will dive into a situation and get out of the mech suit pretty quickly. However, that was not one of the moments I should have done that. The rest of the team was not there. So I was kind of on my own for that, which is, I've encountered that many times, especially with D.Va, but I am a big risk taker when it comes to her because I'm a lot more confident in my gameplay with Overwatch with her. So I usually tend to stick with making some bold moves like that even after firing off her ultimate. Just because I know, like, even if my team's not there, there have been moments I've been really lucky and getting out of a pretty tight spot and just pulling that off. You can see, so there they are firing again. There's Tracer. And then there's the hills coming in pretty quickly. There they go. They're pretty consistent. Try and get out of the way here, so we got a lot of bullying going on. Looks like we're still making a push. We're not on the point holding. We're not on the payload protecting it or preventing it from being moved. And that's what would help slow it down. So we're kind of getting pushed back here. So yeah, they're holding it down pretty well. I think we've made it come to a complete stop. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not in motion right now, so let's get respawn and get back to the action here. I know most people might say just using her booster like that to get to the play quickly is a waste, but her recharge time for that is 5 seconds. I mean, if I've shaved off a couple of seconds from doing that, 5 seconds is worth it because I don't really need to use it immediately. I hardly ever use it immediately. Again, unless I have my ultimate ready to go. And usually, there's the classic move where you go up in the air and fire the ultimate. I mean, that's a pretty good one in tight spots. It's predictable a lot of times. You'll see it coming. But I will say, I use it really quite best to kind of get out of some sticky situations. Like that specifically. 2 seconds, I'm kind of boxed in here. I think I'm the only one out here. Yeah, I think was the only one out there again. It happens. It happens. They haven't moved the payload much. Let's see how much closer they are to that. Yeah, the payload hasn't moved. So we're actually doing really well keeping them from getting to the checkpoint. Oh wait, no, it's on the move again. Oh, it stopped. See the guys in the... So we're doing... There's two people that on our team. Alright, so now they're making a push again. I'm going to hold back. We're going to open fire once that door opens. Give them a chance. I see there's only two other people, and looks like we just lost another one out there. I like the turret. I like the turret setup from Symmetra. Nice. Way to go in setting up. I love that barrier. I mean, it just allows you to do some serious damage to the other team. Buys you some time. And it's already working. Like, look at that. I mean, it's just doing some good damage. It may not last long, but it does some serious damage. Not necessarily the best place I wanted to fire the ultimate, but I didn't want to wait for the recharge. And I know I could have easily, probably would have been better off just respawning and using that, but you know, can't win them all when it comes down to choice. So it looks like they made a pretty steady push since that checkpoint. So let's see if we can stop them. Okay. Alright, there goes Hanzo. Okay, I think we'll have one player out there. Okay, here comes Roadhog. Okay, they're tripling in. Here we go. Get out of the way. Okay, there goes their new fist. He's down. Trying to keep a sharp eye out. He's making the push. I'm going to go against that. Stay consistent with that. Okay, so they got me on that one. That was a good little push there. I think they're going to go for the point here. Yeah, 3, 2. Oh, nice stop. And yeah, they got it. They got it. All right, like I said, I wasn't keen to keep this stream up long. We just wanted to test to make sure that it was working on the YouTube platform here for us. But I still will go through and make some endorsements here. Said Symmetra did a really good job. Actually, he did a really good job as a tank as well. Nice. CeeLo, and see, good teammate endorsement. Like I said, it was always encouraging. Now, like I said, we just wanted to make sure that the YouTube platform was working for us with the live streaming. We're not going to stay on this too much longer. Like I said, this was really the best way to kind of exercise that. So, once we get this launch going, stay tuned. We'll be doing more live streams coming up, and keep a lookout for the WTF show when it launches. We'll see you guys next time.